Shalom, warriors, and welcome to the Daily Warfare Drop with Raphael, Rabbi. Today's theme is one of my favorites. The theme is set apart for God's service. And scriptures are coming to you from Leviticus chapter 8 to chapter 9. Today's reading takes us into a sacred and sobering moment, the consecration of those called to serve before the Lord. This chapter shows us that spiritual authority is never assumed. It is entrusted and it comes with responsibility. In Leviticus 8, Moses consecrates Aaron and his sons. There is washing, anointing, blood applied to the ear, the thumb, and the toe. Warriors, this is powerful imagery. The ear represents what you listen to. The hand represents what you do. The foot represents where you go. God is claiming every part of the servant's life. Service to God is not part-time. It is total alignment. As a former British Army combat medic, I understand preparation before deployment. No one is sent into a live environment without training, discipline, and inspection. Cutting corners puts everyone at risk. Spiritually, God does the same. He prepares those he calls before releasing authority. Leviticus chapter 9 then shows Aaron stepping into his role. He offers sacrifices for himself and for the people. Warriors, notice this. Leaders must deal with themselves before ministering to others. Authority without humility leads to destruction. This applies in ministry, in marriage, in family, and in work. You cannot lead well if you refuse correction personally. As a husband and a father, I have learned that example speaks louder than instruction. Children see alignment before they hear teaching. In the same way, those who minister deliverance, prayer, healing, must first walk in obedience and reverence. Power flows safely through surrendered vessels. Then the glory of the Lord appears. Fire comes from heaven and consumes the offering. This is God's approval, warriors. This is the goal. Not attention, not reputation, but God's presence confirming obedience. When God responds with fire, it is not spectacle. It is authority release. Here is today's warfare truth. God's power rests on consecrated lives. Deliverance, healing, and spiritual authority are not gifts to be displayed. They are responsibilities to be stewarded with fear of the Lord. Read these chapters carefully. Reflect on what God is setting apart in your life. Not just your words, but your listening, your actions, and your direction. Allow God to consecrate you fully in your home, in your work, your ministry, and your private life. Because those who are set apart walk under divine covering. Warriors, we shall meet on the battlefield tomorrow. Shalom.